Look around you. The chair you're sitting on, the keyboard you're typing on, the phone in your hand, the water bottle on your desk, the food packaging in your kitchen, and even the dashboard of your car all have one thing in common. They're made from plastic. It has become one of the most important materials in modern life. Without plastic, hospitals would struggle to keep medical equipment sterile, food would spoil much faster, electronics would become heavier and more expensive, and countless everyday products simply wouldn't exist. Every year, the world produces more than 400 million tons of plastic, making it one of the largest manufacturing industries on Earth. Behind every plastic product is a massive business involving oil refineries, petrochemical plants, giant reactors, automated factories, and global supply chains that deliver products to billions of people. So how does crude oil become the plastic products we use every day? Why is this industry worth hundreds of billions of dollars? And what does it take to run one of the world's biggest manufacturing businesses? Today, we're going inside the plastic business, the hidden manufacturing empire. The journey of every plastic product begins deep underground. Long before it becomes a bottle, a toy, or a smartphone case, plastic starts as crude oil and natural gas. These raw materials are pumped from oil fields and gas wells before being transported through pipelines, ships, and tanker trucks to giant oil refineries. Inside the refinery, crude oil is heated to extremely high temperatures inside massive distillation towers. Instead of producing just gasoline and diesel, the refinery also separates valuable chemicals called naphtha and ethane. These chemicals are the foundation of the modern plastics industry. From the refinery, they travel through pipelines directly to enormous petrochemical plants. This is where ordinary fossil fuels begin their transformation into the building blocks of plastic. Inside the petrochemical plant, the real science begins. Naphtha and ethane are fed into giant cracking furnaces, where they're heated to temperatures of nearly 850 degrees Celsius. At these extreme temperatures, large hydrocarbon molecules break apart into much smaller ones. Among the most valuable are ethylene and propylene. These simple molecules are known as the building blocks of the plastic industry. But they still aren't plastic. Next comes a process called polymerization. Inside enormous reactors, millions of these tiny molecules join together like links in a chain, forming long molecular structures called polymers. Different combinations create different types of plastic. Polyethylene is commonly used for shopping bags, bottles, and packaging. Polypropylene is used in furniture, automotive parts, food containers, and countless household products. By changing the chemical recipe, manufacturers can create plastics that are flexible, rigid, transparent, lightweight, or incredibly strong. Once the polymers are created, they're cooled and cut into tiny plastic pellets. These small pellets are the raw material used by thousands of manufacturers around the world. Every day, millions of tons of plastic pellets are packed into giant bags, loaded onto trucks, trains, and cargo ships, and shipped to factories across the globe. Inside these factories, the pellets are melted once again. Powerful injection molding machines force the molten plastic into precision molds, creating products in just a few seconds. Other factories use blow molding to produce bottles and containers, while extrusion machines continuously form pipes, plastic sheets, and electrical cables. From one tiny plastic pellet comes thousands of different products used in homes, hospitals, factories, offices, and vehicles every single day. After the plastic products leave the factory, their journey is far from over. Every day, millions of plastic bottles, food containers, pipes, toys, medical supplies, automotive parts, and electronic components are shipped to businesses around the world. Global logistics networks keep the plastic industry moving 24 hours a day. Container ships carry plastic products across oceans. Freight trains move massive shipments between cities. Thousands of trucks deliver products directly to warehouses, retailers, hospitals, construction sites, and manufacturing plants. Because plastic is lightweight, durable, and inexpensive to transport, it has become one of the most efficient materials in global trade. Almost every industry depends on a steady supply of plastic products to keep its operations running. Without this massive distribution network, modern supply chains would come to a standstill. Not all plastics are the same. Engineers have developed hundreds of different plastic materials, each designed for a specific purpose. Some plastics are flexible enough to become shopping bags and food packaging. Others are strong enough to replace metal parts inside cars and airplanes. Medical-grade plastics are used in syringes, IV bags, surgical tools, and life-saving equipment because they are lightweight, durable, and easy to sterilize. High-performance plastics are even used in satellites, wind turbines, electric vehicles, and space exploration. Every new product requires engineers to carefully choose the right type of plastic based on strength, flexibility, heat resistance, and cost. This constant innovation keeps the plastic industry growing year after year. The plastic industry is one of the largest manufacturing businesses in the world, but it's also one of the most expensive to operate. Building a modern petrochemical complex can cost billions of dollars. Companies must invest in giant cracking furnaces, polymerization reactors, storage tanks, pipelines, automated production lines, and advanced safety systems. Energy is one of the biggest operating costs because these facilities run continuously, 24 hours a day. Manufacturers also spend billions on raw materials, transportation, research, maintenance, and skilled workers. Competition is intense. Companies are constantly developing stronger, lighter, and more sustainable plastics while reducing production costs. At the same time, governments around the world are introducing stricter environmental regulations, encouraging companies to improve recycling and reduce plastic waste. The businesses that innovate the fastest and manufacture products most efficiently continue to dominate this trillion-dollar industry. Despite its challenges, plastic remains one of the most important materials in modern civilization. Nearly every industry, from healthcare and construction to transportation, electronics, agriculture, and renewable energy, depends on plastic in one way or another. The future of the industry is changing rapidly. Manufacturers are investing in advanced recycling technologies, biodegradable materials, artificial intelligence, and smarter production systems to reduce waste while increasing efficiency. Scientists are also developing stronger, lighter, and more sustainable plastics for electric vehicles, medical devices, aerospace, and clean energy projects. But one thing hasn't changed. The journey still begins with crude oil and natural gas and ends with products that billions of people use every single day the next time you pick up a water bottle, use your smartphone, sit in your car, or open a package. Remember the incredible manufacturing journey behind that simple piece of plastic. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more videos exploring the world's biggest industries and business empires. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.